We're in North Wales today with Tommy Davies, landlord from Corwin in North Wales. Tommy, thanks for having us.
No problem.
As you know, this isn't a professional video, and obviously we just want you to be honest because, you know, we even though we think we try our best to deliver a good service and to help, we want people out there, and especially landlords, which is why we're speaking to you, to hear about, you know, your experience and how it was dealing with EcoGen and ECO4
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, my experience was really good, really. Mel sort of cold called us, really, and pulled up out the yard in front of the house one day and started asking if we got any properties or any rental properties, and we got chatting, got a real nice vibe off her, and she sort of explained that there's these grants that are out there now that are 100% backed to bring properties up to a new kind of better eco sort of standard. So I was kind of, you know, a bit dubious at the moment, you know, people just turning up and everything, but you know, she gave me some information, sent me some links over, and I researched into it. It seemed like a really good thing to do, really. So
Yeah.
I mean, you know, our properties kind of range from big old stone buildings to newer sort of brick buildings and things like that, so a variety of construction types. But you know, Mel reassured me that, you know, it looked like they'd be able to be eligible for the grant, and we could get these properties brought up to a much higher standard that's kind of expected today.
How many? You've had quite a few properties done, haven't you?
Yeah, so I think we've had 2, 3, 5 properties done, rental properties done.
And you're going to be having more done possibly
Yes,
as well.
yeah. If they qualify for it, most certainly will. I mean, it's a no-brainer, to be honest.
Why is it a no-brainer?
Well, I mean, you know, the kind of work that's being done is work that would cost tens and tens of thousands of pounds, and then you spread that over 5 or 6 or 7 properties, it's a considerable sum that you just couldn't be able to do. Funnily enough, my tenants have been, you know, really struggling with their energy bills, so spoke to them, they were over the moon, like, yes, can we get this done? So, you know, there was no guarantees you could go through at this early stage. Mel said she'd look into it for us. Turns out they qualified, and we were like, brilliant, let's get it done. With the tenants, I was always conscious. I said, look, this is what's going to happen. You know, it's going to take a couple of weeks to be done. There's going to be a bit of upheaval. You know, are you okay with this before I sign this off? You know, it's to benefit you guys, it benefits us. Your bills are going to come down. You're going to be in a nicer, better house. Yeah. Thankfully, we got really good tenants. They could see the benefit in it, and they were like 100% behind it. And after the process now, you know, I think that our last one with you guys is just being finished now. I think they're just putting the last bit of solar panels on. They're finished inside, effectively. Yeah. They're over the moon. They're like so happy with it. Because when I looked through with the alternative that came through, it was just, they were sending in just links that, you know, when you just get the vibe where it's like this, your name's not on these certificates you're sending us. They're just, these are what certificates look like. And it's just, and also there was sort of like, we had one of our buildings was sort of a brick cladded building, I think may or may not have had a cavity. And they were like, no, I don't think we'll be able to do it. And there was a very sort of negative vibe.
Did you do that?
You guys did do it, and I think it was like, there's easier jobs. I'm in construction. I know there's easier jobs to do, and there's harder jobs to do. And I think some of these companies just want the easy ones, the quick buck, and get gone.
I'm not saying this, you know, negatively to anyone out there, but there are definitely companies cherry picking.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, there are companies.
I was told that property would not qualify for any grant because of this, and this.
And we've actually already done the job.
Mel turns up and says, no, we can get it done. She says, yeah, it's more work and more paperwork, but we'll sort all that out. And she got it done. 100% would recommend. I think, you know, you'd be an idiot to pass up on this. If you know, if your tenants are willing and you're willing, just get it done. I mean, you know, before you know it, it's done, and your house is now future proofed for however long it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, I've got a background in construction, so I've built properties and things like that. So, you know, I know where...
I didn't know that, by the way.
Yeah, I know where you can cut corners, do you know what I mean? So I would pop there at key stages to see, right, what's going on before they cover these walls up. And no, it was top quality, you know, products. There was no cutting corners. Even things where it's like, you know, things you don't think of. If they're cladding out a wall by 4 or 5 inches, you know, in these older buildings, they have windowsills, nice wooden windowsills. They need to be extended and done nice and finished and trimmed, you know. It may not make a difference to the EPC, but it makes a difference to what you see.
Yeah, the aesthetics.
And, you know, in some of these...
And they did all that.
They did it all. We had, you know, nice wood trim that came round the, you know, and the external wall was cladded out. So then they put the trim back on and tidied it all up. You go in there now, and and you can't really tell which walls have had the work and which haven't. And I think that was really important.
That's
especially
good, eh? That's
windowsills are really good. I was always like, you're going to sort these windowsills out? And like, yeah, all sorted. Joiner came in. It wasn't MDF. It was, nice pine, and it was all shaped and done and polished up and done to a high standard. So very impressed. They leave it nice and tidy. There's always, in any sort of build, there's always a snagging list, any little things like that. A guy would come back and spend the day. I think on one of them, a young lad came back and spent 2 days there just doing the little tweaks and the little joining and changing things and stuff. So, no, very impressive. Say money well spent, but it didn't cost me a penny. So, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Money well spent, but it didn't cost. But put it this way, if you had paid for it, would you have been happy with the work?
I would have been happy with the work, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have been happy with the bill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I understand how much copper costs. I understand how much these boilers cost and air source heat pumps, and it's.
Yeah, you're looking at usually. I think it's £30,000 to £50,000 at least, depending on how big the property is.
I think some people, if you own the house and you're not really in the construction business or anything like that, you maybe wouldn't understand how much is being spent on these properties. It's a sizable sum.
And it's also the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah,
because your bills come down, your house is warmer.
The value of the property's gone up. It's one of them. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
At the end of the day, is there anything else you'd add? Maybe you want to say to maybe a prospective landlord out there that might be umming and eyeing whether they want to get the work done or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, if ECO247 have been in touch with you, there's a good chance they already think your property is eligible for it.
Yeah,
so,
well, we take the information too.
Yeah, so I mean, look into it. I mean, it's a no-brainer for me, really. I mean, my sort of concerns at the start of going, are you just going to, with a load of cowboy builders turn up, wreck your property, your tenant's upset, and you've got to then go and fix it. You are concerned, and even, until you've finished the experience, right, that's not going to happen. Well, I've been through that experience now 5 times, I think. Hopefully we'll do it a 6th time on this next property. No brainer, man.
You happy with everything?
Very happy.
Thanks very much for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks, Andre.
Good man. Cheers.